and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk with Saieed Ali. I am your host, Saieed. We want to thank you for joining us tonight, viewers. Straight in the update segment, Trinidad and Tobago has signed a major bilateral investment agreement with the United Arab Emirates, the UAE, making a significant step towards strengthening economy cooperation and attracting foreign direct investment. The agreement for the investment was signed by Minister of Foreign and CARICOM Affairs, Sean Sobers, and Minister of State for Financial Affairs of the United Arab Emirates, Mohammed bin Hadi Al Hassan. The agreement established a modern legal framework designed to promote and protect investment flows between the two countries. It provides safeguard for investors from both nations. So Trinidad and Tobago, we want to congratulate them on this achievement. Hope we can get some more update as it rolls out some more. Moving along, Minister in the Ministry of Housing, Anil Roberts, is defending the government decision to scrap the CPEP and URP program. He says there is a lot of work to be done to address the issues within the system, which he described was riddled with corruption. Minister Roberts assured that the government will create jobs for citizens for this country. But is when? When are you going to get this up and running? You can't just make promise and promise and promise. Thus far, the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago have been seeing different. The people have been seeing different, a different performance from the UNC in regardless of job creation, job employment for long and short term. They are not seeing no employment presently. So how long is this going to take, Mr. Roberts? Trinidad and Tobago, listen to what he has to say.
Riddled with gang, riddled with ghosts. They have to be cleaned up. Kamala Persad-Bissessar in her first iteration between 2010 May and 2015 August, September, created 55,000 jobs. She will do so again. It will come with high-paying, sustainable jobs. Jobs for the poor is not just sustainable living. She wants to give people an opportunity not only to earn money, but to put aside money, to save money, to invest money.
So now, viewers, 928 URP workers and 336 CPEP contractors were terminated in November 2025 following an internal review of the program. Since then, there has been controversial talk on that topic. More in another newscast. So, Trinidad and Tobago, we are going into our current affairs segment now. Ahead of Tuesday's sitting of the Senate, Independent Senator Anthony Vieira and Opposition Senator Dr. Amy Brown had revealed their decision to the media to file a motion of privilege against Prime Minister Kamala Persad-Bissessar. However, during the sitting, Senate President Wade Mark dismissed the matter as neither submission satisfied the required threshold to be considered a matter for parliamentary privilege. Listen to this.
Standing Order 30. I have received correspondence from both Senator Anthony Vieira SC and Senator Dr. Amy Brown seeking to raise two matters of privilege. I have since studied both submissions carefully, and I am convinced that neither submission meets the threshold to be raised as a matter of privilege. I so rule.
So, viewers, speaking ahead of Senate, PNM Senator Faris Harawi spoke on the seriousness of the allegations of bribery made by Prime Minister Kamala Persad-Bissessar against independent senators. Faris.
In Section 10, it says that it is a criminal offense. Let me repeat that. It is a criminal offense to intimidate someone in the performance of their duties. So this is not a simple position. When the Prime Minister says, as a senior counsel, as an elder in the political arena, that somebody has attempted to sell their votes, that is a crime, not only in the fact that you're attempting to bribe someone, etc. It is also a crime under the Houses of Parliament legislation, Chapter 202.
So viewers, providing a summary of filing a motion for privileges, Al-Rawi said, although the Prime Minister is entitled to her own opinion, it would be wise to draw the line of certain democratic matters. Faris.
If you reach to the stage where your parliament is intimidated to do the right thing, you cannot rely upon law being passed for the benefit of the citizens and for the goodwill of this country. So this is not a simple matter. So in summary, yes, a privileges motion can be brought. It is indicative of offenses under the Houses of Representatives, Chapter 202 legislation. Go and have a look at Section 10. There is also an offense, and there's an infringement of the Integrity in Public Life Act, and a senior counsel who is the Prime Minister, who served as the Attorney General of this country, cannot say, I'm not telling you, because it is also defamatory, because there's a class of people called the independent senators, and you're saying they, two of that number, are guilty of some of the most horrible crimes.
So viewers, independent senators will continue to serve without fear or favor as their oath mandates. So said Independent Senator Dr. Marlene Ates. Her statement follows comments made by Prime Minister and the Public Utility Minister, who is now being referred to the Privilege Committee after making statement against independent senators. Ates.
Quite frankly, we were appointed, 9 of us, we were appointed to serve the people of Trinidad and Tobago. And if you look at the Constitution is very clear that we're supposed to do that. And the oath that we took spoke about without fear or favor. And I think that resonates with all of us. And we're here today to do the work of the people of Trinidad and Tobago. I think that's the most important thing in our minds right now.
Speaking on Tuesday ahead of the Senate, Marlene, she hasn't spoken to the president about allegation leveled against them, nor does she see the need to. Listen to this one now, Trinidad and Tobago.
Her Excellency appointed me with the best of advice I imagine that she had. She took a decision to appoint me, and I would hope that if she thinks that she needs to speak with me on this matter, she will do so. I really don't know that we should breathe life into something like this, these allegations, and I really don't want to be part of a group of persons who breathe life into something that I really don't think is an issue that should be ventilated in the manner in which it is.
So my question is, she's against corruption, our Prime Minister, against corruption. Homeland Security against corruption. Wayne Sturge against corruption. The Commissioner of Police against corruption. Everybody is against corruption, but yet Trinidad and Tobago, the Prime Minister of this country refused to comes out and tell the public who are the 2 independent senators. So my thing is, why? Why not? Saddam Hussein is busy calling names who's involved in corruption, but yet we have our Prime Minister who's someone or two persons from the independent bench came towards her and asked her favors for vote, she labeled it as corruption. Saddam is mentioned a name from crook to captain, from A to Z. But not the Prime Minister. Why? And how come? And why the delay? Why are you afraid to mention their names? Trinidad and Tobago, if you are against corruption, being the leader, being a party leader that governs Trinidad and Tobago, knowing that you want to set a standard, the first thing you would do is, hey, Mr. John and Mr. Doe, these two individuals came towards me, they asked me for X, Y, and Z in favor of a vote. I mean, plain talk. Real talk. You can't get it better than that. Or is it, are you gimmicking the whole of Trinidad and Tobago? Are you mamagaing the whole of Trinidad and Tobago? Allegations yet to be proven as truth. Are you just throwing out words to catch the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago? Or is it that you want to make the independent senators look bad? Or all this because special zone of operation did not pass in the parliament? What is the reason? What is the purpose? Because police officers love to catch bandits. They were set a sting to catch bandits. And why is the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago presently, Kamala Persad-Bissessar, is prolonging it? I am wondering. They say the PNM minister is involved in all sort of corruption. But yet two individuals approach the Prime Minister, favor for vote, but you refusing to call names. While we have Saddam Hussein on the other side, leveling names, left, right, and center. Strange, eh? Very strange. Very, very strange. Like I said, sometimes Trinidad and Tobago, you just have to listen to them, the both parties, PNM and UNC, you just have to listen to them and be like, wow. Such an educated person taking citizens of Trinidad and Tobago for fools. It's sad, you know. It's really sad when people in high places who stand against one thing but refuse to speak out on the other. Viewers, we are going for a short commercial break. When we come back from this break, we're going to hear from Alexander, calls for early intervention to curb murder-suicide. More when we return.
We'll be right back.
Welcome to Real Talk Financing and Investment, a place where your loans are guaranteed and you're rewarded with up to 5% upfront interest on your deposit. Why wait when you can invest with us today and reap the benefits? Speak with a representative at our central branch at 238-6716, 231-6219, or 339-1670, or our south branch at 242-9944, 241-0543, or 339-1670. Real Talk Financing and Investment. Investment company just for you.
At Real Talk Studios, we dedicate our time to highlight the blaring issues we face within our community. Catch us live every Wednesday between 7 to 8 p.m. Real Public Concern. Because your concerns are meant to be heard. Send your email to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com.
When life throws you a curveball and you need a clear path forward, trust Real Talk Wrecking Service to get you back on track. Whether you're stuck on the roadside or dealing with an unexpected breakdown, our 24/7 wrecking service is just one call away. Fast response, reliable towing, and a team that's got your back. At Real Talk Wrecking Service, we don't just tow, we rescue. Real Talk Wrecking Service, your lifeline on the road to recovery.
Welcome back.
So viewers, Minister of Homeland Security, Roger Alexander, has shared his concerns over murder-suicide, especially those linked to a history of domestic violence. Responding to a question in the Senate on measures have been implemented to reduce murder-suicide, he said, such matters required early intervention, victim support, and coordinated prevention strategies. He noted that in Trinidad and Tobago, the police service, through its victim and witness support unit and a crisis response team, has implemented a range of targeted measures aimed at reducing domestic violence related crimes, preventing escalation to fatal crime. Listen to this.
These measures include, Mr. President, psychosocial, emotional, and investigative support services to victims and survivors of crime, including those affected by domestic violence, through the Victim and Witness Support Unit, Mr. President. This includes counseling, safety planning, referral to partner agencies, and ongoing case management for high-risk situations. Immediate, Mr. President, immediate on-site intervention follows domestic violence-related incidents, such as murders, attempted murders, and other high-risk conflicts through the crisis response team.
The minister stated that public awareness campaign on domestic violence along with social and support service and the importance of early reporting and intervention continues. Alexander.
These initiatives include youth mentorship programs, male empowerment initiatives, women's wellness programs, teen survival groups interventions, early abuse symposium, community lectures on domestic violence investigations, and nationwide youth violence prevention and digital safety education. Collectively, Mr. President, these programs address early warning signs such as cohesive control on healthy relationship and other risk factors associated with violent escalation.
Caller, good night.
Good night, Mr. Saeed. Great program, great and powerful program as usual. So, Alexander, now wake up. How long this happening in this country? Since Jesus Christ was a little boy that happening, so you know wake up at least. We hope he stay awake now. Anyway, Mr. Saeed, showers of praises and blessings to you from the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago also. I went to Tobago not the weekend gone, the weekend before, and they praised you quite a lot. You had a significant role in getting the senators to oppose that bill. And don't feel your program isn't well accepted in Tobago, well accepted there, and they look at your program. So showers of praises to you and your program, and to the senators and all those who stood up to ensure that that bill, zone of special operation bill, never see the light of day in this country, because many people, like, they understand the danger of that bill that was going to happen. They would unleash crime on the citizens of this country. Today, not one good thing that bunch of politicians has done to carry this country forward or give the citizens confidence that the country is going forward. We're going ahead. So, and blessings and praises to Judge Frank C. Prasad also for his stance on letting the citizens know, just like you, how you bring it to the citizens, that they can videotape any incident taking place with a police. They have all rights to do it. And it was cleared up by the Police Complaints Authority chairman. Today, he said, taking the phone from a citizen is a crime. So citizens, wake up and listen to the programs in this country, educate yourself. And to this bunch of politicians we want them to bring two laws to this country. One is to amputate politician hands when they thief the citizen money from the treasury, and the other one is lying politician must face 25 years imprisonment for their lies. Well, this whole bunch of politicians, including Gavero, will spend the rest of their life in prison for that. And little children is seeing this, and see politicians lying to us like this. Every politician will move around with one hand in this country. You will get the citizen support and the independent senator support you will get. And Madam President called this Prime Minister in and let she know, she said she had talking. She had said nothing about who were the independent senators. Madam President, let's see how powerful you are. Let's see the power you have. Call her in, summon her, and let she tell you that and expose her to the citizens of the country if she decide not to talk. Mr. Said, God bless you. You keep up the great work you are doing to make this country a better place. Thank you.
Thank you, my friend. So viewers, the TTPS remain committed to addressing domestic violence to prevent further loss of life and enhance public safety. So now, Trinidad and Tobago, what I want to tell you now and tell Alexander is that many times, many times, individuals make report to the police station and nothing are being done. The officers writing down what they want on a piece of paper, sometimes they may not even put it in the diary, and 2 days, 3 days after, through domestic violence, there was a murder-suicide. And this has been happening for years. I am glad that Mr. Roger Alexander highlighted the matter. But what he needs to do now is hold police accountable. So when you hear someone commit suicide because of a domestic violence, or an individual was murdered through domestic violence, and they have a list about 20 feet long with reports in the station against John Doe, and the police did nothing. So my question is now, what is Roger Alexander going to do now to address that? Yes, I understand you'll read out a long list of whatever it is. But the thing is, what do you have in place to deal with the officer of not attending to the matter? What do we have in place for when the officer takes the matter for a 649? What do we have in place towards the officer who kicks about it? What do you have in place for that now, Roger? Now, I understand what you're saying. Trust me, I understand what you're saying. But you have a long road ahead of you dealing with this. Because there are some reckless police officers who will run the individual from the station. You come to make a report again, run them. We have been hearing it for years, right here on this program. People calling in and saying, "Oh, side, I went in the station and they run me Some of them take to social media with frustrations. So what do we have in place now for that now, Roger Alexander? Because I will tell you something here. When matters like these are being reported to PCA police complaint, let me tell you something. This is serious cases, you know. Police reporting to take matters. Police reporting to deal with domestic violence. Police taking it for a joke. Go home and make some roti for the man. And that is where murder-suicide is coming. So when you hear somebody make a report in the station, the officers need to follow up. They need to visit the home to find out if everything is going okay. Call the victim one time, whether it be male or female, and talk to them, find out what's taking place. Do we have that? You talk about support program. Who is supporting the support program? Call her good night. Hello? I guess they're gone. So Trinidad and Tobago, I am glad that they're raising it, you know. They're highlighting the issue, all well and good. But what about the backup plan to it? What about the support officers to support the program? Do we have it? Call her good night.
Mr. Saeed, good evening, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, I'm here. You go right ahead, you live.
Mr. Saeed, tonight I am going to rename ministers into monsters. Mr. Saeed, that thing where Roger Alexander read out, I don't think he know what he read there, you know. I think somebody must read it for him before he come in the office and he kind of recollect what it is and then he think, Mr. Saeed, they are now coming with a law to prohibit you from recording the police or any public thing that on your phone and posting it. That is a breach of your fundamental right. What is wrong with this UNC, Mr. Saeed?
Power gets into the head. Power gets into the head.
This reminds me of the Russian Gestapo. How they just use law enforcement to weaponize everything. He wants a new act now where if you post something, if you post the police doing something, they're going to come after you. You, the public, you, the homeowner, is now the biggest criminal they have. But it gets worse. Eli Zakur now want to ticket people for having a camera in the car.
Correct.
What people motor car do this government so? Since when have they become so nasty and vicious towards the people? You put a camera in your phone. Insurance have been recommending that you use a camera in your car to record if somebody bunks you or there's an accident. No, you have a problem with it because you're going to record the misdeeds of the government. The people who was out in the Red House, they're going to be joined by thousands. Mr. Saeed, through the medium of your program, I am saying to these monsters who we have put there, enough is enough. Only oppressing people, only oppressing the wrong people for the wrong things. Only need to go to hell, boy.
That's my friend. So viewers, I don't know how Philip Alexander will take this, you know. Yeah, because remember Philip Alexander, every day he posted out that video while he's driving. So I don't know what will become of that. Philip famous for Facebook videos now. Yeah? Famous. I believe there are 2 or 3 ministers in housing department in Trinidad and Tobago. 2 or 3 ministers. But I saw a document circulating from HDC, Trinidad and Tobago. Inheritance tax, they call it. But instead of we get better, it looked like we had a drown before we come back to life. But I'm getting some information on Trinidad and Tobago. I don't want to share it now, just a little heads up, but on another newscast, we got to talk about it. We just want to verify some documents in it. So viewers, is that time now? Call her good night.
Hi, good night, sir.
Go right ahead.
I just want to make 2 points, sir. This senator, independent senator, when Senator Barra in Parliament, in the Senate, you know, he cast aspersions on 2 appeal court judges. Appeal court judges, these are people of integrity, sir. And you come to say that they call you and express certain whatever sentiments they made. Did he name them? Did the media and the press praise him and ask him to name when he was saying these things about this judge? Nobody. You see, it's different stroke for different folk.
Correct.
Now, like that previous caller talking about the government is this and the government is that. Tough times need tough measures, sir.
True.
You remember
I understand, yes.
lawlessness? This country was in total lawlessness. Look how much people rushing to get things done in the license office and wherever. And what they were saying, what the police, as far as I'm concerned, when they are doing an operation, sir, don't get about a foot in front of their face and say, you record it. This is what the judge is saying. Record it from a safe distance.
Correct.
You see, so much things could happen. Let's assume that you get in the way within a feet or two of the police and some injury happened to you. Who is going to start? But you see, it's a lawless country. Now look at a handful of people protesting about this guy get shoot. Nobody addressed the question why he was running from the police. If you have nothing to hide, so why are you running? Why are you running from the police?
Correct.
You understand what I'm saying? Now, what did any of them go and protest when people are being brutalized by the criminals? Did any one of them carry wheelchairs and look how many people have been paralyzed? You see, these are lawless people, and I would go so too far. These are operatives of the PNM because this is the only way they see that they could spring back to power. Let's support people, right-thinking people, what we want. When you say the zone of special operation, glad they are gleeing. So I support this zone of operation in my community. Let me have it for a year because you could sleep with your door open. The police is there. You understand what I'm saying? People just PNM want to capitalize right on the back of the criminals. Say the government cannot solve crime, so they would come back on. You see, they want to come back to lawlessness. Let us make the sacrifice. The government is quite capable and they know what they are doing. Thanks a lot, sir.
Thank you, my friend. Trinidad and Tobago, we have a 5 short commercial break. Still locked on. Lots more to come.
We'll be right back.
Welcome to Real Talk Financing and Investment, a place where your loans are guaranteed and you're rewarded with up to 5% upfront interest on your deposit. Why wait when you can invest with us today and reap the benefits? Speak with a representative at our central branch at 238-6716, 231-6219, or 339-1670, or our south branch at 242-9944, 241-0543, or 339-1670. Real Talk Financing and Investment. Investment company just for you.
At Real Talk Studios, we dedicate our time to highlight the blaring issues we face within our community. Catch us live every Wednesday between 7 to 8 p.m. Real Public Concern. Because your concerns are meant to be heard. Send your email to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com.
When life throws you a curveball and you need a clear path forward, trust Real Talk Wrecking Service to get you back on track. Whether you're stuck on the roadside or dealing with an unexpected breakdown, our 24/7 wrecking service is just one call away. Fast response, reliable towing, and a team that's got your back. At Real Talk Wrecking Service, we don't just tow, we rescue. Real Talk Wrecking Service, your lifeline on the road to recovery.
Welcome back.
So remember Trinidad and Tobago, Real Talk Financing is offering you 5% on a fixed deposit with your interest up front. Remember this, viewers, nobody in Trinidad and Tobago thus far has been able to match or beat us. None. No financial institution in Trinidad and Tobago. 5% interest up front for 5 years. Where are you getting that? Nowhere, nowhere, nowhere. So now, viewers, remember recently I heard something about the government move to cut some interest on unit trusts. And I believe they put out a statement too. So part of their interest fund, you know where you're supposed to get interest? I believe you're not getting any interest again. But nevertheless, Trinidad and Tobago, that is their institution. Here, Real Talk Financing, we governing different. We governing totally different. Remember, we offer loans to Trinidad and Tobago, Real Talk Financing, and we offer fixed deposit. We are the only financial institution in Trinidad and Tobago that is offering you 5% on your interest. 5% on interest. No way you get. Go to your banks. Go to your credit unions. And if you're getting that, all well and good. If you're getting the interest up front, only by Real Talk Financing you're getting that. Only by Real Talk Financing. So, you know, I just like to break it down so you all would understand. I like to explain it. So if you invest $200,000 for 5 years, that is $50,000. Good? Now, you don't have to wait for the 5 years to get your interest. You're getting your interest within the first 14 days when you sign your contract. When you sign a contract. Who does it? Real Talk Financing. Who does it better? Real Talk Financing. Yeah. Real Talk Financing Loan Center, Real Talk Financing Fixed Deposit Center. Trinidad and Tobago, they had to come good. They had to come good. And how times are getting hard now? Why leave your money in a financial institution where you're not getting any benefit? Why you're not getting any benefit? Why you don't bring it to an institution that is growing and you all have seen the growth? You all have seen the growth. So Trinidad and Tobago, don't wait, don't delay, grab the opportunity while you still can. Call a good night.
Good night, Saeed. This is the imitation vaccine vegan. The real vaccination going on retirement. The voters send them home. A couple of issues.
Tell me.
There was an explosive revelation during the ZOSO bill. And a lot of people, I don't know if they didn't hear it or they're defending what the Honorable Senator Naked had to say in the Senate. He gave the name of the alleged perpetrator of Akil Chambers. He called out the person responsible and the person was related to the PNM.
Yes, he did.
What I am surprised, you know, they want to take the Honorable Kamala Prasad Bissessa to the Privilege Committee. I think this fella, Vera and Brown, want to take shape. But why they did not do a motion to take Naked to the Privilege Committee?
True.
We would have gotten all the information of the relevant persons who were the alleged perpetrator of the Akil Chambers demise. It would have gone back directly to the Pedophile National Movement. I'll go and have a nice night.
Thank you, my friend. He did say it. He did call names. Director of Police Complaint Authority, PCA, David West, says there are currently 170 open investigations into police-involved shootings. Mr. West assured that the authority will continue to independently and thoroughly investigate police-involved shooting. David West.
In 2024, there were 37 incidents with 54 victims, and last year there were 55 incidents with 68 victims. Right now they have 4 victims, as we know right now, since last week. So we have been doing all this. We have to investigate all of these matters. Okay, and an investigation is not as simple as people think, because we do a thorough, independent investigation.
So viewers, he also noted that special attention is being placed on cases where there are reports of an exchange of gunfire.
In 2024, there were 37 incidents with 54 victims, and last year there were 55 incidents with 68 victims. Right now they have 4 victims, as we know right now, since last week. So we have been doing all this. We have to investigate all of these matters. Okay, and an investigation is not as simple as people think, because we do a thorough, independent investigation.
Caller, good night.
Hello, good night.
Hello?
Hello? Yes, I just want to touch base on something concerning licensing office.
Go right ahead, your life.
Okay, I went to pass my vehicle inspection, and I have noticed something that they had made mistakes in the certified copy inside license office, but into my certified copy, right?
Yes.
Like for instance, chassis number wrong, name star wrong, all this sort of thing, right? And what is happening here is that there's a lot of mistake taking place in license office. That imagine a guy came in with a white car when they pull it up on the system, the inspection is a silver. So a lot of mistake making, and the public has to go and pay for that.
Pay for it, yes. Correct.
And the thing about it, when they make a mistake, when they make a mistake, they do the foolishness inside here. You go now to license office to clarify, you get a roadblock. License officers there, police there, they get you a ticket for no inspection. Is that justified?
I understand what you're saying. Now, I want to believe here, because I had a lot of incidents where inside license office they made mistakes on certified copies.
They need to do something inside and clean on that place.
Yes, and you as the individual now, you have to go, when they go to address it, you have to pay for it.
Exactly, so.
Yes.
Had to go in a long line, take the off, go in a long line, and then you're sure to get through it. They say they had to go back.
Correct,
to make mention, you go in long license office to clarify if they mistake, and you get a ticket.
Correct. Thank you, my friend.
Yeah.
So, Translago, Mr. West noted that after the investigation is complete, the choice lies in the hands of the Commissioner of Police. Listen to this now.
We then look at all the evidence and make a recommendation to the Commissioner of Police that he has breached the section in the rules in the police service regulations,
right?
150, and we can say, well, based on that, he should be suspended or whatever. But at the end of the day, it's up to the Commissioner of Police.
Caller, good night.
Hi, good evening, Saeed. Thanks for taking the call. I want to, through your program, I want to raise a couple of issues
Go right ahead.
of national importance.
Go right ahead.
The Sport TT board, to this day, since the new government has taken office, has not been appointed just yet. I want to extend that to the Prime Minister's Sports and Culture Fund.
Okay.
These two funds are heavily, these two entities are heavily involved in the distribution of funds for sport officials, sport coaches, sport programs. I can tell you for a fact, up until now, cricket umpires, right, in the North, Northeast, and East Trinidad have not been paid yet for the 2025 season. The season has begun already, right, and we still have not been paid, right. I can tell you for a fact as well that grounds have not been prepared in North, East, and Northeast Trinidad, right. Secondary school cricket, right. Secondary schools such as Swaha Hindu College, Toko Secondary, Manzana Secondary, Tunapuna Secondary, they've had to outsource grounds, right. In other premiership clubs using their own school funds, because community grounds, recreational grounds have not been prepared.
Okay,
Around West Savannah, the grass is so high, right? When there's time for sporting activities, it's like you're running through a jungle, right? Or for Tarzan to swing, right? The umpires, referees, hockey coaches, you name it. A lot of, and the excuses that the sport company of Trinidad and Tobago doesn't have a board, the Prime Minister's Sports and Culture Fund doesn't have a board to distribute their allocated funds, right? It's very, very painful. Umpires can't run up in the hot sun for free. Referees can't run in the hot sun for free. Coaches can't do the job for free. The children and the students and athletes cannot run in high grass. Please highlight the issue to Mr. Saddam Hussein. They seem to be falling asleep, right? They seem to love other people.
Who is responsible for all this? Which minister? Hello? Saddam is responsible. Saddam is for legal affairs. Sports. We'll try to find out who is responsible for all these the sports and youth affairs, and hopefully we can get some comments from them concerning this, and we'll try our best to see what we can do. So viewers, now listen to this. Mr. West noted that after the investigation is completed, the choice lies in the hands of the Commissioner of Police. So what I want to ask now, is the Commissioner of Police prepared? Is the Commissioner of Police prepared to take action against those officers? I understand you are the Commissioner. I understand you care for your officers. But before you were into the police force, you were a normal civilian. You were a normal civilian. And being a normal civilian, I would want to believe that at some point in time, you yourself would want to stand against police brutality. That's just my thing. That is just my thing. You don't have to put all the cards on the table. That is my job. In the interim, David West, he is reminding the public that it is not an offense to use their cell phones to record police engagement and all matters which involve breaches of the law. Listen to this.
He quoted, so I'm saying that what Justice T. Prasad said is, and I quote, until this is done, that is to have body cameras, CCTV cameras and cell phones must be used to record all interactions between citizens and the police. And citizens are urged to use their phones to record all matters which involve breaches of the law and the manner in which the police engage the public. Now, we have had complaints where persons have been filming police officers.
Yes.
And they have
confiscated their phone or mash up the phone.
Correct. And that is an offense.
That's
an offense. That is wrong.
Because I thought it was an offense to take the police.
No, it's not.
Caller, good night.
Yes, sir. Good night.
Go right ahead, my friend. You're live.
Saeed, I want to ask you something like.
Tell me.
Mr. David West saying that they have 170 something cases right now.
Open cases, yes.
Right?
Yes.
So, here is my question here, right? They also came out and say that they want the public to record police and the interactions with civilians and whatever and thing, right?
Yes.
But it only have two outcomes of that. Is either they confiscate your phone or they mash it up in front of you.
Correct.
And let me ask you a question, right? If it is you recording a police that dealing with you and them take your phone and mash it up or they confiscate it, and them have 100 and something cases where police shooting and they can't fix those yet, how you going to get any kind of redress if them fellas mash up your phone?
I understand.
I asking a question here. You going to be the person now with a break-up phone and you have nothing to get because them are taking you on because people get shoot and them can't fix those yet. Them can't put charges to nobody. Understand what I'm saying? You think them going to take your complaint for mash your phone? I just asking a question here.
True, I understand.
You have to live in reality, you know.
Yes.
You understand what I'm trying to tell you? Because the first thing you take out your phone and you recording a conversation with a police officer.
They come to mash it up. We have seen that.
Them looking to take away your phone.
Correct.
And take it wide and mash it up in front of you. And you as a person now spend your little money to buy a phone. You are to go back and buy an next phone. Because
Correct.
nobody ain't gonna take you on.
True.
So I try to understand this. I was to put these police officers in some sort of CSR training or something like to deal with the public by, because they're too aggressive. Some of them, they're too trigger happy and aggressive by. They have to take it down a little bit. And let me tell you, right, before I go aside, let me tell you something, right, concerning the Prime Minister and this whole thing with the two independent senators that are asking for favors and whatever and thing.
Yes.
Let me be real now, my side. Let me be real. Anybody with a position in Trinidad and Tobago that have a job with a position, just use their job and their position to get favors done. That's reality in this country. So what the Prime Minister is saying there could be true because everybody does it. Tell me if I'm wrong. You go to do something in any government institution and you know somebody there, you have a position at another institution. You just use that to get too fast. Tell me if I'm right or wrong.
That's fine.
Everybody just use the link to get through in this country. Because when you go through the natural way, it is take too long. And it is too burden. And that's too much of red tape. So I believe what she's saying there, and I don't believe it's just two of them. There's got plenty of people in parliament there that use whatever links they have to get through with whatever they want. If you feel like talking nonsense, look at Foster comments. Ask yourself if the allegation for over $500 million in contract. You tell me if you was a normal man, if you would get any contract at all from the government. No, you have to ask yourself, sir.
True.
He was part of the government.
True.
So he could afford to give himself and his family all that contract.
Yeah.
You got to ask yourself these things. So what the Prime Minister is saying is true. I'm pretty sure you have more people in that are doing the same exact thing. And I want to ask you a question before I go, right? I find since that last election day, on April the 28th, right? I find since the last election, Balize House stopped billing. Why is that?
Money run out.
Asking a question, how is this Balize
Money
House
run out.
just come that stop? Anyhow, sorry, you enjoy your night, brother.
Thank you, my friend. You too. So, Trinidad and Tobago, the Manufacturers Association support the government goals of doubling non-energy export. In a press release, the TTMA noted that the move aligns fully with the association's strategic focus. The release pledged to continue partnering with the government to expand market access, build resilience, and grow foreign exchange earnings, while calling for the faster ease of doing business reforms, including custom digitalization and modernization. The TTMA said they remain committed to balancing sustainable national growth alongside energy sector revitalization. We are hearing that 70% will be increased in gas. How will that affect Trinidad and Tobago? Every single thing in this country is going to go up above 70%. Once that gas goes up, trust me, Trinidad and Tobago, some of us will migrate for good in this country. I'm not asking you, I am telling you. Once that gas goes up by that 70%, people who could leave Trinidad will leave. Businessmen will shut down their business and just leave. Trust me. It wouldn't be a growth for Trinidad and Tobago, you know. It will be an, how the health ministers call it? Let me tell you something, eh? It will be a health disaster in this country. Trust what I'm telling you. You know, if you're paying $5 to go from Shogunas to San Fernando, that is going to go up by 100%. So you might be paying $10 now from Shogunas to San Fernando. I'm just saying a figure. Everything will go up above 70% because you will be paying 70% more. Yeah, 70% more. Imagine you're paying let's say you're paying $100 for a tire. $100 for a tire. It's sad. But you might have to pay that $100 plus 70%. Or you might have to pay that 100 plus the next 100. It's sad. So a tire gone from 100 to 170. Imagine that, eh? For a new selling 200. You might have to end up paying 300 for a new tire now. I'm just saying. So Trinidad and Tobago pray that the gas don't go up by 70% in Trinidad and Tobago. Otherwise, we will become a national disaster in this country. You think Venezuela was good? We might become worse than them. We might become worse than them if that 70% rise kicks in. Trust what I'm telling all you. I had all my pack up and go. I might have my show from a different country. Just to sustain. But nevertheless, Trinidad and Tobago, there are things that we need to deal with in this country, and we need to deal with it, not just lay back, you know. We need to come forward and address it wholeheartedly, seriously. A little thing as tourism. Let's talk about generating funds. How do we generate tourism? Where's our tourism minister? I haven't heard anything about tourism in Trinidad and Tobago. We all want planes to come in from different countries to our countries. We all want the hotels to be filled and US currency flowing in our country. But how do we generate? How? It's a standstill. It's a standstill in this country. What are we doing to bring in the Yatis and them in our country? Carnival alone? After Carnival done, Trinidad dry then. No need for Forex again then. And this is the problem we have. This is the problem. Trinidad and Tobago. It is that time now where I must say good night to you. Stay safe, be strong. Until we meet again, enjoy the night.